Okay. We are here doing another video. I wanted to see what beans I had. So I guess we're gonna kind of jump in kind of quick because I don't know. Do you guys see all that cloudage going on? It is projected to rain today, all day, most of the day. Um, and I think I mentioned yesterday. It depends. I mean, you could be anything. It could rain for like a second and then it'll be all day, but it really does depend. Anyway, I'm gonna go down through this way. So what I want to do is just kind of pick through what I got. If it's a lot, then you know we'll be in the kitchen. Other than that, if it's not, then I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save what this one here. Some aren't really full. I don't know if I should leave those on there. That one's good though. If it's not a lot, I'll save them, let them dry out, and replant them. I know I mentioned that in the earlier video because it's just a little easier. I'll leave those. I'll come back. You know, if you just so happen don't know what to do, if you got a small harvest, just save them and replant them if they're in season. That'll kind of help increase your yield throughout the throughout the growing season. At least I think. At least, that's my theory. So just going through here, seeing what I got. You got to stay on top of picking anyway, because if they don't, if you're not picking well enough, they're not going to make enough. So, and, if I were to be honest, I believe they just kind of started producing. So I'm kind of, relatively early, but I could have picked some of these a little earlier, but life be life, and so I'm just gonna pick what I can today in this little patch. I think I got like another partial row. I have a lot. I do have some under here also, but it's a little tough because I let the this is a morning glory vine. Flowers are beautiful, but it's a vine, and vines will definitely, if you're not ready for them, they're gonna surprise you. Definitely the way you weren't expecting. But pruning kind of helps a lot here and there. I think I want a little bit more. Yeah, as I was just saying, vine gets a little wild. Now let's see what's here. This is rough area here because this monster was just taking over everything, and then I was like on the other side of my garden, not really paying much attention. See, this is one that should have probably got picked way earlier, but I'm gonna try and spruce this section up and get some other stuff in there. I did have another row. I don't know, it just needed more sun and whatnot, so we'll take care of that. Put something there, something relatively grows well with garlic. We got a little bit there. We're gonna let those dry. Previous video here. Now I guess little segue as we're making our way to the other beans. Yeah, so I took up those raised beds there and there, and that's kind of the aftermath, as you can see, the Swiss chard is doing a lot better. So I guess we're going to water them regardless. Now these guys are going to get a little bit more sun. I got to actually feed that area. The only question is, and then sometimes, it's just like, I don't know, you wonder, should I just, water everything? Or, just let the rain take care of it, but you just never know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to feed a section, because I know it's probably been long enough, at least almost 2 weeks by now. I try to do it every 2 weeks, but I think this will be a nice progression to show how exactly this fertilizer works. So I'm looking forward to showing, recording how this liquid organic fertilizer is kind of helps spruce things up. So I'm a little excited. Things to me seem a little depressed, a little sad. Although there is growth, there's a lot of growth going on. I do have a lot of things that I wasn't expecting. Wasn't expecting this self-planted. Again, the sunflowers self-planted. Didn't expect those. Planted these guys, and I harvested one already. I'm hoping that there'll be more soon, but we're gonna feed those too. They are heavy feeders. I'm trying to understand that better. My tomato plants here now, they're just kind of doing all kinds of stuff. So I haven't got any tomatoes yet, and then I have another collet here that's getting ate up. See, as you can see that. Well, let's culprit. They looked so good, like literally maybe a couple days ago, and I tell you, man, those beetles can give them some dink. There's some, yeah, they hit them back there too, But so let's move on. Let's see here. Oop. Through this area here. As far as other collards are concerned in different locations, this one seems to be doing well. That one's doing well. This one's coming back. That one needs more care. I see one through there. I put them in sorted areas, and there's a few there in the bed that are recovering. The couple right there, and there's some down in their base level. And Swiss chard. A lot of things. If the sunflowers did anything, it did protect them from rough sun. I kind of want to work on another experiment on kind of working with sunflowers in certain areas to see, how well they can kind of protect things from the sun. But I heard they can dampen the growth of some of your crop as well. So I don't know. We'll see. It'll be an experiment. This is a compost growing bin. I made that, dug that into the ground, and like this. Oh, see, a tomato. First one I seen. Another one. So did not plant these. Self-planted. Another blue morning vine. I think there's some kale in there. Finally got kale this year, and I have some more kale right there with basil. I think I'm gonna get some basil today too, because I want to clip them so they keep growing. Make sure they don't go to seed, or my feelings will be hurt. Okay, and this is where I seen most of the growth. So, yeah, see? Yeah, look at that. Okay. Pick one. Yeah, get that off. And I'll probably save these because it's not going to be big. But my idea is to plant them in a new location because on 2 accounts I do not have that many seeds, and I do on another account want to see what came out of the ground, how well it'll replant, in the soil that it came from. So it's all kind of a big experiment. I do have some smaller ones on here, but we're gonna leave those. Look at this one. That's a lot. Get out of the way. Yeah, really good, really good. So, and I can at least, if I want to save them for later, I can just harvest one off and save it and let it dry. And that's one. And there's so many seed pods in there. That's a, little mini, like a little mini patch you can grow. Come on, I should have got my. It's probably not the best way to take them off. It is a way to take them off though. What else? I mean, this is honeydew, not honeydew, cantaloupe. I have quite a few cantaloupe. I did not plant purposely. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, we got to get that. I don't know if anyone's growing okra this year, but this is already needs to come off. So we're gonna take that. Don't let your okra, what you call it? Don't let your okra surprise you, catch you off guard this year. I'm a little worried. Well, it should be okay. I think this is just a do whatever it wants section. I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. See this guy here? We're going to take it off too. It's already in my consider it's already too big. You come out the next night, it'll probably be like 7 inches. I'm just kidding. But it will be like substantially bigger. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's see. Is there anything else in here? I think that's it. It was a little row. There was only 3 plants, but they did. That was nice. And it's not, they're not done. They were just like, hey, we got something for you. So I could save like 2 or 3 of these. Just look great. And I'll plant another row. Same thing for the okra. I have new okra I planted. This is red burgundy. Just started coming up. I have one patch there and another one coming up. So interesting working with that. See how that does. Man. Staying on to the I think I have a couple of beans. There is some, yep. We're gonna grab those. On the subject of weather, rain, you kind of feel it. You kind of feel it churning. It's not cloudy for no reason. It's my hypothesis. So we're gonna pick what we can. Keep it going. Do I want to get this one? It feels a little fat to me. I'm gonna leave that on there. I am taking these guys though under here. No, maybe it's a little fat. We'll let those stay. Take this one and that one. And we'll come back in a couple of days. Check these. After the rain, it'll probably be ready to take those off. This one. Check that one. And another thing that I do is another one. Oh, that's edamame. Don't remember planting soybeans. But yeah, there it is. And it's kind of already on the way to drying out. So what I'll do is I'll replant it. Oh, I have another one. So yeah, they're surprisingly coming up. I did not plant these I think I planted them last season. I just dug up one of my onions. Oh man, let's see if we can put them back in there. It might be it. It might be it. When they're young and if you accidentally dig them up sometimes, they might not like that. Roots disturbed and they might just quit and die. Well, we'll take that. And I don't have necessarily anything for them to grow up on. They kind of just, just growing up on their own. I did plant some peppers here. I have hot peppers. I think these are bell peppers. And obviously they need to feed more too. But they're doing their thing. I mean, it's just like interesting how things kind of grow together, and then you kind of add your perception onto it too. So I'm just learning how to grow with my garden. Decides to do something a little different, maybe I'll try and see what I can figure out that works with it, complement it better. It's been an ongoing process, but it's been enjoyable. So we'll see. These free seeds, they're going to be replanted in a couple, maybe a week. I'll do like a replanting video. Yeah, so there's some on here. I wasn't that great at, honestly, picking these last year either. I was the watermelon was one of the biggest surprises, other than the okra. The okra definitely overproduced with more of what I was expecting. I just saw something very interesting, which I will show you guys in a second. Take this one here. All the bees are flying around. Bees are on working. Jax is in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear Jax. Do. Is that is one too. Yeah. See, and this watermelon vine just kind of knocked it over. I don't want to disturb this vine too much. So, but I think that was it. Through there. This is another okra plant. I think there is some in there, but those are kind of young. So we'll come back. No, we'll come back. Okay, detour. I am surprised at this. A little nervous because I had some hybrids growing, and I don't know, man. I think I might just pluck that off. It's a little strange. So we're gonna take that. But I already got cucumbers from here already, and there are some that are gonna be coming in. But I don't know what that one was. But I don't think that one wants to stay on. I don't think we're gonna leave that one on there, Yeah, I think that's it. I want to get them to climb more, introduce more sun to them. I think I also need to do another row, so that'll be another video. But I don't think I have much to pick anyway. These are still a little young, and then these guys kind of got overshadowed by the sunflowers too. So, I wasn't really expecting to extend the garden to where it is now. Most of them, when I start the video, it's in a new section because it's just been easiest to get into the garden that way, because I have my compost bins in the way of the original entrance. It's a long story. You can thank the dogs for that one. I think I do have a bean patch over there, so we'll go over there. It's actually being a lot longer video than my organic fertilizer one, which I'm going to do a follow-up on that. These guys can see, you don't want to just talk about stuff and not practice it, and you want to see what happens. I did pick a lot of beans in here. I do have a lot of weeds growing in here, so I'm going to have to get through here and weed up or pull up some of these weeds. I add them to the the fertilizer anyway. Like, I'm just going to pull this up because I know that is not something of use that I want. And this crabgrass too, because it be getting in there, but all the roots and everything, and keep that. And you can take back whatever nutrients it was leaching from your garden. I got some vines in here I got to take out too. And it's like, you take one thing out, you want to take them all out. Yeah, see, we'll leach from them as they leached from the garden. So it's not necessarily like bad if you do have weeds in your garden. They're useful. They have a use, depending on if you want to choose a method. I probably got to give these some fertilizer. I want to give them a little bit, like a little boost, because they're still relatively young. And I plan on replanting whatever they give out. I'm going to replant. And see, I'll take all this and put it in either compost or my fertilizer bin. I gotta use one of the bins to feed, and I'll do a little bit of show you what I mix in there beforehand. But also some more red burgundy okra there I planted. Oh, that's going to be doing a lot. This is more cantaloupe. So if anything, I'm going to have a lot of tomatoes, cantaloupe, corn. Tomatoes, cantaloupe, and corn seem to be going to be the biggest things to expect in the next few weeks. It'll be interesting. This is not a weeding video, but I am doing a lot of it. There's a lot there to necessarily weed. We'll do a weeding video, but you can see there's small little family of tomato plants there. I have another one there. So there's a lot that randomly planted itself. I'm not upset at that because it can be useful. So we're going to make use of what we got. Here is, I have horseradish root. Apparently they like the greens with horseradish root. I'm excited because I don't think I've ever grown horseradish before. I have kale that I'm probably going to move that somewhere else. And comfrey, which surprise for that to grow in here. But yeah, and this is the other side, the angle from the other side where the raised beds were. And definitely taking hints, got to be more prepared, but from where we are to where we will be, it'll be totally different. Um, Again, this is now my second patch of corn. Kind of been watching. There's a lot in between there that I have to get. You see a lot of stuff self-planted itself. I got it's just it's kind of like a mini food jungle throughout there because there's cantaloupe, all kinds of stuff, and corn, and it's all in there together. Um, the only thing I can say is I'm gonna have to feed it more than I uh, feed that area a little bit more, or just watch it a little bit more. I have another okra plant here, more tomato plant, okra, collard there. So yeah, I definitely got to get in here with my collards. I do have carrots here. So we got carrots there. I got carrots. Honestly, these carrots looks like they probably should be getting picked. Those carrots from last season too. Um, Maybe I have some little bit of romaine lettuce in there. It was actually I just planted a row really thick. Actually, I think this surprise. I was expecting this. What's this? I think this is parsley. Yeah, that'll be nice. A nice harvest. So we'll get some of that too. Yeah, so that's nice. I do have herbs, obviously herbs in the garden too. Another okra plant. Um, not sure. Oh, that's Mary. I have marigolds in here too. So yeah, we'll get some of those herbs, some of that parsley. Um, and we have basil. This little area here. Basil there. Continue on. I still have some dill that's starting to flower, so I'm gonna definitely make sure I get in there. And just looking down in here, sometimes I always look down and see what's growing at the base of my corn. I did do this row pretty tight. And the other one the same. The other row of the Silver Queen corn I did that a little loose, but still somewhat tightly packed. But yeah, honestly, I think that's it. That cucumber, or I think it was a cucumber. I'm not sure. These might be like lemon cucumbers or something. I don't know. I don't know if I want that growing. I might pull that up. To me, that's a sign to say I think I'm gonna plant cucumbers in another section because I only have one section, so I want to get ahead. I'm gonna have to do another section, and then I have another circle of vines and everything. I have basil in there. Yep, and again, it felt like it was gonna rain. I got tomatoes, getting tomatoes. Yeah, it felt like it was gonna rain, but nothing yet. Again, it is projected, so lately it's really been coming down. Oh gosh. And I've been neglecting my tomato plants, which I kind of feel bad, but they're producing tomatoes. So the only thing I can do is just keep giving them water. I think they were reaching for more sunlight. And I just didn't expect everything to get so tightly packed. So I'm doing what I can there. I don't want to trim them. I'll just let them grow and do whatever. I'm going to figure out something to keep them kind of up so they can produce tomatoes. I think these are cherry tomatoes or Roma. This might be Roma tomatoes. Going again to this wall of sunflowers here. The bee highway just trips me out. That's a nice traditional one right there. That nature soundtrack that just bees, flying around. Let's see if there's any remote familiarness to it. These vines are just doing whatever they want to, and I'm happy for it. That's cool. I got my blackberry bush, which is, surprisingly, this is doing what it wants to do, getting out there. It's my first one, so if anybody has, it's on there, so we'll leave it on there. But we want him to stay inside the fence. Maybe have him go this way, and I might tie him off so maybe he'll start going that way. But yeah, watermelon vines going everywhere. I see vines everywhere, which I'm happy for. The watermelons, yep, there's a lot of blossoms. There's a lot of activity here. I'm just super interested in seeing what kind of watermelon I'm going to get this year. Because I definitely I planted more than I planted more than I expected would still be providing. Oh, hang on. I see getting tomatoes too. Right there. Not sure what type those are, but they're coming in. Those might be Roma tomatoes, because I have several different tomato types I planted too. Variety is always good, because sometimes you'll have a species locked onto your crop and they'll just be relentless. Again, going back to the yep, that looks like beefsteak. Going back to the collard, this is around the time where things just attack your greens and stuff. I do have precautions to take care of those, so we'll go through that. But again, the rain kind of gives another difficulty to that, because if you're growing organic and you're trying to stick organic and not use necessarily chemical pesticides, it's a little trickier. But then that's stuff you learn too. And once every year or every season there's something to learn. This season has been incredibly different. This is my third season growing here, and it has definitely been incredibly different, and it even feels different. So well, that was a nice surprise, seeing that we definitely got tomatoes coming in. So that'll be something nice to see. And then a minor worry is that, heavy rains, if you got tomatoes coming in, they could split because of the heat. But since they're just producing, you know what I mean, that's not something we'll stick our worries on. This is the heavenly blue vine here. And see, it was interesting because, actually, is this jasmine? I think this might be jasmine, which is even more interesting because I didn't know jasmine petals to be pink. I have some down there. Those are yellow. I'm not sure. Got to find out what type that is. But I know I planted some here, and that's kind of what they've been doing. I'm pretty sure that is jasmine. I think it just started. This hasn't really done anything yet. It just started, just like those did. Um, I have shampoo ginger right here, so I figured that was a good place to put it. I think that might be it. Definitely got to do something with this my planting table there. Uh, those seeds have been trying their best, so I'm gonna eventually get them into the greenhouse. I have also. We're gonna zoom in under planting table. Ginger. I planted ginger there. It looks like a ginger made it. Some of it made it, and it's growing up. So that's good. That's a good feeling because I think it's a good medicinal herb to keep in your kitchen. We'll probably go over those topics later. Medicinal herbs, things you want to keep in your garden. Yeah, I think that's it. That's my video. This is what I got. This is everything. This guy is not going back into the garden. I might have something a little bit too close. This soybean there, soybean seed, okra, and it's good because last season I had a lot of tough okra. The skin isn't tough. It looks like it's a good sign. So, and then definitely these. So I don't know. I'll save these, let them dry, replant them in a new section where they get more sun, probably in a new section of the garden. So that'll be another video, and we'll come back in another couple of days to a week. Check those plants, stay on top of it. The small ones that really didn't have any bean pods in there, I'm going to come back and check on those a couple of days to a week. If they don't have anything, I'll still just pluck them off. But yeah, I think it's time. I think honestly it might be time to feed everything. I have my apple tree right here. I have a pear peach tree. This peach tree over there. And this right here, I was supposed to grow peas. It was a little too late in the season. Peas are done. I wanted to take that up, but it seems like there's a lot on there that wants to keep it. So I'm going to let it stay. Just let it ride. I also have new sunflower blossoms on the other side. We'll get a good shot of those. It's incredible, man. They look gorgeous. Gorgeous sunflowers this year. So we'll definitely save the seeds. My 11-foot tall one up there, I'm a tall guy. So sometimes it's nice to be able to look up. Something above you. Yeah, I'm watching, keep my eye on those because I'm going to take those seeds and those for next year. Whew. But that's my video. Surprisingly, definitely longer than my last one. Did we get sidetracked? Yes, but that kind of is part of the point of the video as well. Oh, actually, hang on, guys. This was cilantro seeds. You can see that, and I had a little bit of time to enjoy some cilantro this year, so those seeds did well. I'm taking all this. They all stayed on there, surprisingly, because my sprinkler is not kind. Like bombards them with water. But yeah, so we're gonna save those seeds, package those for next year, or when it gets a little colder. It was kind of like a drop and hope and drop kind of thing, because I didn't know if because it gets so hot here. I wasn't sure if we're going to enjoy any cilantro, but nevertheless, we got some. So if I were to say this was a seed collecting video, and in the next few weeks, later on in the summer, there'll be an actual harvesting video. So we'll see how this planting method does throughout the season. But yeah, there's a nice ground level shot. Next corn here, I got cantaloupe. I think that's cantaloupe. So we got a lot of cantaloupe vines. They're just coming out and just doing, and I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to go in there and weed everything. You know, I got tomato plants, tomatoes back there. I'm just really surprised at the variety of things that just said, hey, we're coming up. I did interplant some things in between there, and I've been using my organic fertilizer here. Like, I definitely been targeting this patch by itself. I know I said I was going to end this video 10 minutes ago. Okay, for real. But yeah, so right here is where I've been concentrating on just keeping things fertilized. Obviously, I was keeping things fertilized over there where the other corn is. Different setting. I just need to make sure fertilization, protection over here. I suspect by when it gets colder, whatever type of cold we're going to get, hopefully that'll help me to fend off some of these pests that I'm getting from my greens. But we're gonna do a video hitting them with some spray, and honestly, we'll see how long it lasts before it rains again, and I'll have to reapply. So that'll be another idea. But we definitely got things growing in here. What's up, Mr. Toad? Yeah. See, yeah, something's coming. What up, boys? We're gonna go ahead and close out for today. If you watched all of the video, appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around. You know, there'll be more. This is I'm starting to find my footing in here, and able to analyze my garden while talk to my future audience. So yeah, this will be definitely get all that up. Oh, and don't know if I got this in the shot. The raised beds are right there. I'm letting those sunflower stalks dry because I'm going to use those for an idea. My onions are drying out, but I'm going to have to move those into the greenhouse because it's probably going to rain a lot. All right, last time. Talk to you guys later. See you guys later. Like the video. Comment any growing ideas or anything else. Start a little community here. I got other stuff going on too, other projects going on. I'll probably record those as well. Yeah, it's just planning. So yeah, anyway guys, I am out of here. Thank you, take care, and have a good day. Try something new.